2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Quiet claps. Grandma's sleeping in the other room.
Oh yeah, dude, do a snap then. 1, 2, 3, snap. All right. Oh, did you listen to the song I sent you?
Oh yeah, dude, that's actually not bad.
Yeah, I listened. They've got a couple other hits, and it's like, okay, it's kind of a vibe.
It's
Like
off-putting. It's got a bit of
it's
an uncanny valley to it.
it's like pop, like electric house party meets like different kinds of metal, and I don't know, that one I sent you was a banger.
Yeah, I don't know if how like much metal you listen to or anything like that.
Not
I
a
assume
lot.
yeah, I assume some intermittently, but have you ever heard of I Wrestled a Bear Once?
No.
Okay. So they're like definitely a heavier band and all that,
Mm-hmm.
but all their music videos are like weird.
Mm.
And for instance, this one where the song's called "Tastes Like Kevin" or "Smells Like Kevin Bacon,"
Mm.
or is it "Tastes Like Kevin Bacon"? One or the other. Anyways, uh, granted, most of these dudes have facial hair like me, right? But they all
Yeah.
put on fake mustaches over their regular mustaches, and
Yeah.
like do the '80s, like '70s, like jazzercise with the fuzzy things
Oh,
on the wrist with like
they've
wife
yeah.
beaters
This
while they're
this group
playing.
has one of those too. I think it's
Yeah,
like Pump It. Yeah.
yeah, and they're playing on like inflatable guitars, and they're
That's
just like.
hysterical.
Meanwhile, they're playing like utter death metal, like
Yeah.
just hardcore screaming. Then that's the. It reminded me very much so.
Yeah. Well, 3 minutes in, we might as well get to an intro.
Oh yeah.
Welcome, challengers, to Battleground of the Gods, a Smite podcast. I am your host, Dep Nation, and joining me today, we have Fro Double G.
Hello, everyone.
Bro, that's the OG crew.
It is. Well, I mean, yeah, technically.
Yeah,
I mean, I
technically.
consider Nev part of the OG crew. I mean, she
Nev's
wasn't here for
Nev's
the first
oh
30.
Nev's very OG adjacent. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it took us
what?
30 episodes to get there or so, but yeah. Yeah. How's the world of Fro Double G doing? How are
How's the world of Fro Double G?
yeah.
Not bad,
Like I've
not
got
bad.
the Dep Nation. What's the Froze?
The Frozone.
Is the
I think that I
Frozone?
think that's
Okay.
just the easy.
Okay.
Can't. You got the incredible reference. Zone is an
Yeah.
area. My name is Frozone. It's just it works too
Frozone.
well. I
I
gotta go
like
with
it.
it.
I like
Gotta
it.
go with it. But yeah, over in the Frozone, dude, they're going pretty good, honestly. Um, Springtime's coming around. Side more, kids are liking that. Being able to go.
Mm-hmm.
I've decided to try to start training some wild crows. My daughter and I. And we're doing.
So I want to say it was a TikTok. A lady had like a crow training box, and she's like, "This is my get rich quick scheme."
I've seen that.
Except
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen quick. It was
Right.
like the crow's like shiny things. I've got this box. They'll get the shiny things to get treats. Yeah.
I've actually there's a whole nother crow box that's used to actually train them to do that. Well, at least to attempt to. It hasn't been like anything super successful. That's a manly glass size of water right there, Deb.
Yeah,
Got the
that's
fucking mason jar.
32-ounce mason jar or so. I think.
But yeah, there are these cool boxes that you can get. No, we're just simply when we go on our walks, we just get a little kitty food, kitty kibbles, right?
Yep.
Toss a few. Still at the beginning stages where we just want them to simply like see that we're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Get friendly with them. There is this like pair because we've been doing it for about a week now, and it's always the two of them that hang out together. At least I think it's the same two because they're always two and it's the same spot.
Yep.
And one of the two is always more skittish than the other, and the other one takes off and one always flies to a tree that's like 10 feet away and just stares. And I think it's the same one. I think we're beginning to finally get that down.
Okay.
Open here soon.
You gotta watch out. I hear there's a bird flu going around from the buzz at work, and also egg prices are gonna go up because of that. So, yeah, the inner workings of food supply and distribution. Gotta love it.
I do know that crows can be used to determine areas West Nile virus because they are
Oh, really?
super
Do we have a crow god in the
not
game
immune.
yet? Is there a crow god?
Not really, unless you want to kind of consider Odin, because association with his crows.
Yeah. Dang. Oh,
Which,
what's that weird?
interesting.
What's that weird show on Netflix? Record of Ragnarok.
Oh, I don't. I've heard of it,
It's
but
like
I just haven't.
Netflix original, super fucking weird. Watch with caution. I don't think it's one for the youngins, but it's something. But the crows that sit on Odin's shoulders have voices, and so
Hungin and Moonin.
there you go.
Just quick little lore. It's memory and thought is
Oh,
what that's supposed to be.
well,
Another little quick little. So I've been reading. I think I brought this up, but I've been reading up a little more on Norse mythology. But
yeah,
so potentially Valkyries may have originally just been crows.
interesting.
Because
Okay.
because in the I don't remember the exact wording or like translation, but it's like Valkyria or Valkyrie, like winged death or wing has something to do with winged, right?
Winged something or other, yeah.
And the battlefields were often referred to as a ravens or a raven's feast because of all the bodies and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Essentially, maybe it was the ravens coming to feast on the bodies that represented the winged ladies. That
Right.
very interesting.
Yeah, I could see it being construed that way.
But obviously, we definitely have like the more modern depiction of Valkyries.
Right. Right. You know, the Marvel's story of a drunk that flies a spaceship.
What?
Then the Thor, one of the Thors.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yep.
Thor Ragnarok.
I
She's
forgot
a drunk
all
that
about
drives a
that. I was like,
spaceship.
wait a minute, what are you talking about? I thought
Yeah.
they had like its own standalone character that I didn't know about.
No, well, sort of, but yeah.
Well, yeah. But
Yeah. Well, how about we get into our games this week?
how about we
It
get into our
sounds,
games?
how about it?
Well, I mean, anything going on in the Dep Nation? You didn't. I explained the Frozone.
Oh, that's right, Frozone. Dep Nation. Got a raise that I didn't know about, so that's
Hell yeah.
cool. You know, comes out to about $50 after taxes up each paycheck.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
After tax?
like after tax, it's $50
so I mean,
each, and it's a weekly paycheck. So
I mean, I'm no
know,
mathematician or anything, but it
I'm not.
sounds like it's about
I'm
like
not
a
a
$1.50,
mathemizer.
$1.60. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations there, Deb.
Yeah. So that's exciting. You know, it was one of those things where it's like had a monthly meeting with one of the guys, not like my direct manager, but kind of the one that's in the office that I report to on a regular basis. And he's like, "Yeah, and I'm sure you noticed you got a raise." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, it should be around this amount." And I'm like, "I'll have to take a look at that." Looked at my bank account, and I'm like, "Huh? Yeah, that's pretty nice."
It's like, I did get a raise.
I did get a raise. Thank you. So, that's what's been going on. I've been playing Sea of Thieves with Nev. That's fun.
Oh my god, I don't understand what's happening with my Sea of Thieves, but
can you not play? Like, what's...
No, it's the same shit. Like,
Did you,
it's like
did you
server under
uninstall?
maintenance. I did twice, and it's like a 30-40 gig download
It
Like,
is. It's a fucking
I got pretty fast internet. I got my internet.
bunch.
It feels so good. I got my internet upgraded again.
Yeah.
Right. So now I'm at.
So what? You're at 50 now, or
No, I'm at
you?
500 down, 50 up.
Oh, fuck.
Right. So yeah, it's
That
pretty
must be
good
nice.
internet now. Yeah, it's like compared to
50,
3 years ago,
50,
dude.
50 down's the max my area can reach,
Yeah.
or at least
No,
like the community I'm in can reach. I'm
I
sure if I moved.
remember 3 years ago, dude. I was at 5 down tops.
Mm-hmm.
5 was my upgrade. So it feels much better. But anyways,
Yeah.
it takes a couple minutes to do that download, and it's like, I can't do.
I
I
mean,
mean, I can do other stuff, but it's like
the
don't
fact that
really
it
want
only
to.
takes a couple minutes and not like, oh, this is gonna be half an hour. That's pretty fucking nice.
No, I mean it is like a half hour. Right. That's what I mean by a
So
couple minutes.
I don't know if
But
your laptop I don't know if your laptop can do it. Mine can plug into the router and run Wi-Fi, and I get double the bandwidth.
interesting. No,
I
I
have to
don't
do it.
know if I can, but
So
it's not really
mine's
something I have to do anymore.
mine's HP, and I've got the Omen Gaming Hub, and so I look at my laptop, go through like the network booster, and it's called Dual Force, and that's how I do that. So I steal
Yeah,
the internet from the rest of the household.
we just at this point don't really have any need to worry about that because I mean, at most I'll have is 4 other Netflix going, and then maybe YouTube at the same time.
Yeah,
8 other. I mean, 8 other devices streaming is something, but
that is. Yeah, that's. But still, Netflix. I feel like Netflix almost caps you out at a certain amount. Like it doesn't keep pulling extra. I think the most Netflix pulls is like 7 or 8 down.
it only needs to get to so much, right?
Right.
I mean, there is a limit to how much it will pull, unless you're doing like crazy 4K, which we don't have 4K in my kids' fucking bedroom, obviously.
Oh,
So,
dude, I don't.
ow!
I'm not a dad. I don't get that. I never had a fucking TV. My bedroom's not big enough to have a TV in. First off, I don't know why you would want a TV in your bedroom unless you got a big fucking bedroom. And second off, like, why do you want to be watching shit in your bedroom? Bedrooms for sleeping and clothes. That's it.
So, as a parent,
Yeah.
comes the real youngins, right?
Yep. Yep.
Nap time.
Yep.
Put a movie on for nap time. Here's your Dora the Explorer, right? That plays for the next hour as y'all do your nap time.
Mm.
Part of it. It helps with that. And I mean, I was a gamer,
Mm-hmm.
a console gamer, and I always grew up a console gamer. I've always had
Mm-hmm.
a TV in my bedroom because that's now kids nowadays. Y'all don't understand the struggle because I had a what was it, 14, 14 or 20 inch. I think it was a 14-inch TV in my bedroom that I played my games
Right.
on.
Not
That's
even as big as some iPads.
yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's
Yeah.
what I did a lot of my gaming.
And guess what? It had a shitty fucking picture on it too.
I mean, it was CRT TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I've always kind of had one in my room, so it's differences, I guess. But I've
Yeah.
always like went to bed watching a movie.
Oh, and see, I've never been like that, and I don't think I can get to be like that. I could never have something going on. I need the quiet.
There was no quiet where I grew up.
Yeah.
I lived. There's quiet in the winter, but in the summer, I lived where a. I grew up on a lake, right?
Yep.
But it's where a short little um channel deal, not a very big one,
Yep.
connected a lake to a pond.
Okay.
But it kind of like wrapped around where we lived, and the pond was down. Basically, it was surrounded. There's a shit ton of like bullfrogs and
Oh, okay.
insects, and
Yeah.
dude, like at night you heard nothing but but like
That's how my That's how my grandma's was.
A shit ton of them, dude. Like a
Yeah.
bunch. Because also right in front of where I was a on the other side of the Swan was a wetland area.
Yeah.
So it's a huge frog and amphibian area. That's part of why like I used to bunch of frog hunting, turtle hunting, shit like that.
Oh yeah. So Dep Nation's games this week. Honestly, been taking the L. Been taking the L a lot. Doesn't feel good. I did play some customs with Nev because there's the new customs modes that you can do, which is fun, but also I'm gonna call Nev out here. Nev, she's not here. 15 or so minutes in, not here. Nev's not here.
That's not here.
Nev,
Rig's
you need
not
a
here.
balance. Rig's not here. Nev, you need to balance your teams better because if if some people are on the sticks, you can't have everybody on the sticks on the same team. There's a distinct, especially with random pick, it's like you might have that one god where it's like, oh, I'm on the sticks and I'm Rama. So you're having a good time there.
I feel like there is it's beyond just being on controller.
Yeah. Oh, it
and
is.
I'm not blaming Nev. I'm not saying like because I don't know the situation exactly you're talking about, but there is more, and you do got to take that into consideration.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like account levels, like how there's a lot that factors into it. But
like respectfully, if we're talking about two shitters, and by the way, this is coming from a shitter. If we're talking about two shitters, it doesn't matter if you're a PC shitter or a console shitter. A shitter's a shitter, right?
exactly.
But if we're talking like high level diamond, masters, matters a little more.
Oh yeah.
Not necessarily if they're on controller or not, but it matters a little more whose team they're on, right?
Yep.
If they're the oddball out, which our communities usually is, because we're just a bunch of regular old Joes.
Oh yeah.
Occasional, diamonds in the rough, if you will.
Yeah. That's
Sit
why they
down,
call
Riggs,
me the
calm
Derp
down.
Nation. Yeah.
Yeah, the Derp Nation.
Right. Right. Trying to look at just a lot of fucking red. God. I want to get better at Osiris, and I think I need to start hitting the conquest keys for that because I can't get close to anybody in any other mode.
You need the distance to run them down.
Yeah.
Right? You can't wet noodle in
I
a
need the
joust
extra
map.
space. The joust, even slash. I feel like slash is so narrow like Clash was to where you could just get rotated on too fast to be able to do anything.
Yeah, I'd say he can just get to their team too quickly for Osiris. Osiris really kind of needs to call somebody out in a bad spot and just make it so they cannot get to a good spot.
And he's good. He's good at locking them down.
Yeah.
Right. And he's good at offering like a little bit of peel, but not like a full team rushing on him or one person, So I want to get good at him. I saw there's let's get into your games, bro, real quick.
So I haven't played a hell of a lot of Smite this week.
You played so much Smite, bro.
Yeah, I played so much.
We've played some games together.
No, I played a decent amount outside of my streams, right?
Yeah.
So I've had my usual streams. My stream Wednesday was a little short just because I had to do some running around in the morning. But I did have a couple games that really stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
One today. First off, Morgan and MOTD is dumb. She's just dumb. You just walk around invisible the whole time. Loki is dumb.
Yeah.
Ao Kwang not as bad. I didn't do anything great, but that's because the team we were going against was like Nox, Kabrakin, Kakulin, and Ao Kwang. So it's like there's no one I could really like do anything stupid to. Oh, and a Turtle Bug.
Yeah.
It was just still not actually that fun. Like you just walk around invisible the whole time and just here's a 2, here's a 1-2, you're dead.
Yeah.
But one that is fun and also incredibly broken that I got today was Najah. Now, I haven't had Najah since they have the new glyph for Deathbringer. And they did have it on the old Malice, and it was good, right? The fact that, like, you don't have to build Malice in order to get that. You can get both of the passives
You
under
could get
one item now.
Deathbringer. Yep, yep,
Yeah, because I went, I read my build, and this wasn't
yep,
MOTD. Cooldowns runneth over, so max gold, 80% cooldown. I went
yep,
Deathbringer with the cooldown glyph,
yep.
Heartseeker, Crusher, upgraded Bluestone, the ability based one, not the auto attack one,
Okay.
Bloodforge, and Rage. So between Rage and Malice, I had like 70% crit, which was nice. But holy shit. One thing I didn't think about until I got into the match is, you know what you can literally do with that much crit and like that ability is you can zip one person to the next with his 3. I would sash someone, get to them, ult them up in the air. That's 3 crits.
Yeah.
That's 3 seconds that gets reduced off your abilities. You land and you have sash immediately again. And then if your sash crits and you followed up with an auto, which is almost guaranteed, guess what?
Right.
That was 2 more, 1 if the thing sashed, 1 if not 2 more crits because I had 70%. Boom, I got my sash up again. And I was talking to Stoff at one point and I was like, dude, I feel like I'm playing fucking one of the new Sonic the Hedgehog games where you like bounce in the air and like ping, 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 and like focus. Because that's what I was doing. I was just like sash, sash, sash. This guy dies. I ended up going. I was 10-0 at one point, sitting in front of their fountain, and it took getting kicked by Gilgamesh and Serket ulted while also getting feared by Morgan for them to like finally like lock me down in place. Oh, while I was under their Phoenix, and that was my first death, and I'm like, God damn, dude. They end up quitting. I went 14-2, right? Yeah. And the game was done at 6.5 minutes because their Chronos left after like 3-4 minutes.
Yeah,
it was disgusting.
No, you need to throw a Boomba's hammer into that build. Get that one auto, give you another second off, and gives the extra damage. And
I have a cooldown on it though. It doesn't matter. That would have been really good.
I don't think it has a cooldown.
Does that affect your ultimate too?
I'm not sure about it affecting the ultimate.
I'm really trying to think about, because you're right. I should have grabbed that instead of Bluestone, because I just didn't think about my sash.
You know what, Fro? We've got cooldowns runneth over all day. We can try and get him again.
True, this is true. I was just thinking like I'm gonna ring people. Like I wasn't expecting to pop off like I was, but dude, I was also, some matches you just like you hit your abilities.
Yeah,
I was hitting the sashes.
You were hitting them.
Yeah, like I wasn't necessarily doing the great with the rings, but the sashes were on point. The ults were on point, and so it's like those were the 2 key components to keep everything cycling. It was, yeah.
No, I got Ninja, but my experience was vastly different because the team I was against had a Nox, and I'm like,
yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, I'm gonna die if I try to go any damage. And they also had I think they all but one had like ranged autos, and they had it was just like it was like I'm not gonna have a good time trying to get in, and then like all of them being ability based. I'm just fucked. Like there's no hope, right?
I actually went against the Nox also when I was playing this job, but I will say he was not as good at hitting his combo. He would hit his one. He'd hit his one, but I wouldn't be on his pad, right? I'd make it off the pad. And then I would turn around, because I wasn't silenced, sash the motherfucker. And now that I'm in front of him, unless, and he's held still, I would sash auto, and I had so much crit that usually that would kill him. So in that situation, I got lucky because they couldn't get their full combo off. And the few times they did, I had beads and the upgraded beads. So I would get all my cooldowns and then sash the motherfucker. It was really disgusting, dude.
Yeah. No, cooldowns can be good. It definitely comps matter so much.
Yeah. I mean, I did have Stoffmeister was on a full damage Kuzenbo, but he also picked up E-Staff and Gem of Iso.
Okay.
which both of those, if you don't know, proc
Very
on
good.
his 2.
Yep.
And when you have a Kuzenbo right next to you, that essentially if they hit you, they're gonna lose a percent of their health and then get slowed. Not
Yep.
just like take a percent in damage, but lose a percent of their health and get slowed. And I'm right there to sash them now that they're slowed. Comps matter. Comps matter. You're right.
Yeah. So you were talking about Loki. This is going to be salty depth for a little bit here.
Okay.
I want to say I've gotten Loki a couple times in Assault lately, and I'm like, oh, okay, Soul Eater, get that to help sustain me a little bit, right? Do some Loki things in Assault, and my team, my team lets me throw my 2 out, and I get it stacked up, and I'm doing ability healing. Enemy team has some mage with Divine Ruin. I get hit with the ability. Divine Ruin's on me. I'm in combat. I 2 the wave. When I 2 the wave, even with Divine Ruin, I'm healing more than I am with the out of combat debuff. My healing was larger. My ability healing was larger with a Divine Ruin proc on me in combat than it is with the anti-heal aura when you're out of combat.
Okay, so that
Like,
is
something's just not right here.
nope. That's working as intended. In combat
know.
healing is supposed to be stronger than out of combat healing. The out of combat is supposed to be a strong debuff to stop Aphrodite from or whoever from basically like, let's take a little poke, step out, heal up to max. Like, they want it to take some time to actually heal back up to max out of combat, and that was their way of doing it. Because if they basically reduce healing to shit, then in combat it's completely worthless, and why play a healer at all? So that's what the out of combat debuff is supposed to be: to struggle to heal outside of fighting, but while also still keeping healing relevant while you are actually fighting.
Yeah, it's just.
Until they build anti-heal.
But even with their anti-heal on me, I was still healing more than the anti-heal aura.
Right,
Like,
'cause
something.
divine is,
It
I
doesn't
think,
feel
30%. I think divine is 30%, but the out of combat healing is like a 60%. It's a huge,
Right.
I'll Google it right now. Let me grab
Like,
my
it's
phone.
just.
Keep vamping.
It's not. I don't think it doesn't feel right. For some reason the out of combat whatever anti-heal aura doesn't feel correct to me. I don't. And healing's based off of power, lower the power in the game. It doesn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not something. I'm like, even with anti-heal on, I'm healing more now. Like, why wouldn't I just take damage and just heal through it? Like,
I can't find the percent right now.
yeah.
Without doing it. Do you got Smite open?
I don't have Smite open.
Oh, it's another time.
Yeah.
Then. But yeah, I do remember it's a sizable heal, and I mean, I get it, because like if you do the approach where it's like you're saying, heal affects the power, reduce the heal, or reduce the power. Are you talking about reduce the power in the game? Because that's a overall nerf.
Reduce the power.
Aegis.
Oh yeah. Overall, okay. Aegis, like, shit relic. Like, get
mages.
mages.
M-A-G-S.
I mean, do it, but like, I mean, I guess for physicals too, because does Guan Yu, Cupid, do they scale off of power? Or no.
No. Cupid, yes. Guan Yu, no. Guan Yu
Okay.
is a flat amount. That's why cooldown is so good on him. But his does scale up because of his passive. So it has like I think it's 100 at max rank, or 300 with his passive. Flat, nothing attached. And Cupid, his is also varies also because it scales with power, and his passive, you get, I think it's a 4% damage increase.
I guess
you get a damage and heal increase per heart of his passive stacked up.
Interesting.
So at you know, when he has his heart bomb ready, so he got
Oh,
max
oh,
stacks.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, his
Okay.
heals even more than two. So that's also varied as well.
Yeah. Okay.
That's partly why
Yeah.
like
I
you'll
don't
pick
know.
up a Cupid heart sometimes and you're like, wow, that healed me for fucking nothing. Another time you're like, whew, that's a hell of a heart.
Yeah. I
Power.
can't say is that's something that I've ever really paid attention to as Cupid, except for using it with my one. Like I've never deliberately done big heals.
You also do more
Maybe
damage.
that's why I'm shit Cupid.
You do more damage in general too.
Yeah.
All your damage is increased with your passive. That's partly why
Yeah.
like holding your heart bomb, unless it's like almost guaranteed,
Yeah.
part of playing Cupid. Like holding your stuff on Cupid, aside from your hearts, unless your allies don't pick them up, is kind of a big thing on him.
Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to interrupt you there for that real quick and tell you how I really feel.
I mean, it is a valid point because like
Yeah.
it's almost ironic where it's like, do I not hit this dude so he doesn't get healed?
Right.
Like, is he actually like what's gonna if your
Like
ability
there's
doesn't
one
hit for
thing
that much
it's one
damage?
thing where it's like, okay, he's going to heal regardless. Do I hit him with an ability to do a little damage that he's going to instantly heal back up and beyond, or,
Yeah, if I'm gonna hit this dude with 50 damage to reduce his heal by 50, what did I accomplish aside from wasting my mana? And it's just like,
exactly. Yeah, it's like
why?
there's no why. Big why. Big why. I
But on the
don't
same hand, it's
too
like
many
you just can't let
this
healers
this
walk
gets
around
this
fucking
gets
free.
back to me thinking that there's too many stats on items, and the stats that are on items are too big.
I don't know if there's necessarily too many stats like the. Okay, look, I think we did touch on this a little bit last week, right?
We did. I don't want to beat a dead horse.
And you mean the amount of stats per item, not the amount of stats that can be found on items in general.
I
That's in the
think
game.
both. I think both. I think the stats that are there are too high a lot of the times, and
No,
they
not.
have too many individual stats on items. Like
I,
I'm fine with having like, oh, magical and physical, so that both categories of gods can get it. That's fine. That's not the problem.
no,
That'll
I
balance
was
itself out.
referring to like, do you think that the actual stat of physical power, attack speed, penetration, and all that? Not that the
I
item itself had too many. That's why as I meant there's too many stats in general in Smite. But you mean too many
no,
stats
the
on items?
on items.
Yes.
On
Yep.
items.
That's I was just
There's
clarifying.
too many stats on items, and the stats on the items are
Are
much larger
too
than I
high.
think they
Yep.
should be. Yes. Yep. But
Just
again,
making sure we agreed on
beat,
the terminology there. But
beating
yeah, I agree.
beating a
I
dead
agree.
horse. Yep. So oh, what I was saying though is if are you done with your games, or should I
Uh,
move us?
I feel like I got a pentakill sometime this week.
That's hype.
If you were to ask me when, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, I think I got a pentakill on Discordia this week.
That's what's up. Okay.
Was it Hebo? I don't fucking remember. I don't remember. I got one this week though.
I could see Hebo because they had the Hebo
New
change.
Hebo is pretty fucking good, dude.
Yeah,
It's.
that's kind of disgusting
I'm
from
glad
what
they
I'm seeing.
nerfed him. I didn't get to play him pre-nerfs, right? That they did PTS.
Yeah.
I could only imagine that PTS was probably hell with him the way he was. I don't think he's necessarily busted, and I think the nerf feels good. It
How did they
is
nerf
just
him again?
they nerfed his water spout damage. They nerfed the damage
Oh,
essentially.
the damage. Okay.
Right. I think they nerfed the 1 and the 3 damage, if I remember. It's still kind of hard to lock him down a little bit, but on the
Yeah.
same hand, I mean, Hebo's a bit of a. Well, I mean, he used to be high risk, high reward. Now he's just
High reward.
they brought the risk down, but I also don't feel like his reward's that high nowadays. In the past, it used to be.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
now I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I'm being a little disingenuous when I feel like they brought the risk down, because the risk itself has just been increasing, and they've just kind of made
Yeah.
it easier for him personally. But I think the risk is still kind of there. I guess maybe I was just
Yeah.
wording it wrong the first time around.
No, I think I know what you mean.
Well, yeah, just because like gods like Baron and Shiva and all these new gods that'll instantly lock you down as soon as you get out of position didn't exist back when he kind of came out, right? They had a few,
Right.
like, you had your Kabrakens and your
Listen,
Unbotses and
listen,
other
Fro.
ones.
We removed the root from Hebo. Let's remove the self root from Ymir. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like he could. I feel like he could benefit from it. I really do.
Oh, absolutely.
But I feel like that would
Absolutely.
look and feel. It'd probably feel good, but look super awkward.
What other gods self root? Anubis?
We went over this the other day.
Yeah.
Weren't you in chat with us? Yeah, Anubis. There's a couple we forgot about. Sylvanas.
Sylvanas, yeah.
Agree with that. We agree with the.
Although I don't the way the ability works, I don't know if you could make Sylvanas move. I think
Yeah, that's why we agree with it. With his ult.
yeah.
Oh, and we also did do the caveat of not including CC, immune ults, or channeled
Yeah.
abilities like that.
Yeah. But that would be like if Artio was rooted during her 3 in Druid stance, right? Is it her 3?
Yeah, but comparing it to the
Yeah.
Sylvanas 3, Sylvanas pulls you to him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, it's
So that's.
it's a huge CC
Well, no, it's just
ability.
that's if you're moving while that happens. And you got to imagine, like, how that looks. Like, because he throws out the
Oh,
branch, and Sylvanas is still
right.
moving as this branch is, like,
Right. So
traveling
then there's
as.
this long branch moving with
Yeah,
you.
and then
It
it
could get
pulls to where he's at, and then,
it
well,
could get derpy
we
for
throw in the,
sure.
well, he didn't technically do any damage during that whole time, so he blinked too,
Right.
right? So it could get really weird. And
Yeah.
then, I don't know. I don't think that would feel good for the game.
No, absolutely not. Sylvanas just feels kind of bad not doing damage with any of his other. Make the arm traveling do damage.
Geb 2 was another one that we brought up that could potentially.
Yeah.
He doesn't necessarily have to
I
stop
guess
moving
the
to slam on the
difference
ground, but maybe.
I guess the difference is well, Geb 2's a huge area.
Yep.
If we're going to be honest. And Geb's very mobile. He's got his ult, which stuns everyone. So he's a relatively safe god in that regards, I suppose. Huh. I don't know. Something to think on. I have to crunch some numbers. So let's see here. Custom modes, talked about that. Oh, kickoff tournament. That's happening right now as we're recording. And this weekend here. Have you watched any of it?
I have not.
I've tuned into a bit, and I've got to say, without there being any real like rewards for doing well in the tournament, the teams have been kind of fucking around. And like I don't play ranked, but I can imagine like people are going to be fucking around in ranked now, trying some of the shit that the SPL's doing. I heard that Atlas made an appearance and was very, very prominent.
Well,
Um,
Atlas, you can either deal with him or you can't.
right.
Can we actually talk about him real quickly? Now that
Yeah.
he's been out for a bit, and he's gone through some actual like
Balancing.
buffs and balance. Yeah,
Yeah.
he. If you don't have a hunter, will pretty much so dominate the game. I've
Mhm.
felt like if you don't have someone who can like legitimately deal some like high DPS to back him the fuck off,
Oh yeah.
monster.
Well, he's got all of this health. He's got really dominating CC in the melee range. Um, and he's got a very good deterrent in the astrolabe, being able to throw it out, slow everybody in that area, and then potentially do the grab thing, you know?
And now that he can, uh, his three, now that it does
Destroy his
damage to
ult
the wave.
destroys people.
Oh yeah, his
Yeah.
ult does some damage now too. Um, how
It's
they added they didn't add it, but
they adjusted it.
being able to cleanse slows is a very small thing, but
Yeah.
slows are so common, and cleansing slows specifically is so uncommon outside of
Right.
like, what is it? There's a few immunities, but to cleanse them,
But to
right?
cleanse them is a whole nother thing, yeah.
It's a little jarring when someone's going slow and all of a sudden, without a sprint or anything going off them, just whoop, taking off. It's like, whoa, fucking hold up here. Especially like, because I don't know why, but lately I've been building a lot of ISO. I've been building Gym of ISO. I have no idea why. It's just been fun lately.
Yeah.
Um, and then I'll run into an Atlas, and then it's like, oh yeah, that's right. I just can't. I can't build that against this guy. It's useless. My bad.
Right.
It's actually like rather bad because I remember he gets. If I remember correctly, he gets
He gets something
increased
from cleansing slows too.
movement speed or prots from cleansing the slows. I think it's movement speed.
Yeah.
I think so. It just. I don't remember exactly what he gets. All I remember is like I'm just helping him by doing that, anyways.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So
But yeah, what are you thinking about Atlas here? Like
I think
as far as like how to like
I think now that he is where he is and people realize he's good, I feel like they can tune him down a little bit again. I think his 2 is a crazy powerful CC. Being able to take someone and put them in your team and your team being able to light them the fuck up is disgusting as an ability. I mean, like it's
especially
unique.
now
It's
that
I'm fine with one god having it and that god being naturally tanky, but now that they make the god do more damage and with there being so much damage in the game, but then him still building tanky and doing that damage, like you were saying, you need a ranged DPS to light him the fuck up to have him back the fuck off. And then when he does, he's cleansing slows and gaining prots. Bullshit. No, I think you made some excellent points, and I think there's a lot of strong gods right now, especially the ones that get picked and banned like 80, 70, 80% of the time in SPL that they can tune down
yeah, there's a lot of strong
or
gods
adjust.
in general right now.
And I don't think it's a point of buffing the weaker gods. I think it's a point of nerfing the stronger gods that at this point we need to head towards. Because the what is power creep. The power creep's getting too much with Smite, with the way they're putting so many stats on items. I think yeah. I think it's getting a little out of hand. With so many gods, how could it not? You know. But I'm just a humble podcast host.
Yeah, sometimes it's like I would love to just get in the more nitty gritty of the numbers and break it down, but I'm no
Yeah.
mathematician.
Maybe we have one of those people on and we have them get nitty gritty numbers with us.
That would be interesting. Get like Flare Boot and like maybe like Blaze.
Yeah. Or who's the guy with the unlimited CC chain?
Innocent Rabbit.
Innocent Rabbit would be a good one.
I don't know why I've talked to him about coming on, but I just never
followed through on it. Yeah.
I find it again. I don't want to talk shit about the Smite pros, right?
Yeah.
Because we have like little to no interaction with them, but that's kind of part of the story I'm about to go on. I find it very ironic how like the content creators in this community,
yeah,
Dude, we talk to each other so much. Well, I mean, Depp's sitting here like I don't fucking know because he's
Yeah,
Depp.
who's that?
But
Who's that?
a lot of the content creators, I've talked to so many of them. Nev's talked to a whole bunch of them. Rick, when he was in the community, like we interact with each other a lot. I kind of forget sometimes, like people I've asked to come on and everything, and sometimes like shit falls through and plans change, and you're like, oh shit, I need to get back in touch with him.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, maybe that's something we can get back on here as the nice weather rolls around. Maybe we can start bringing on some guests.
Well, I mean, at this point, there's a lot of people like a lot of the new Olympians. I don't know who are nowadays. I'm old timer and Smite. I gotta go through and fucking.
Well, I mean, Fro, we do know one
Well, we know
new
a few,
Olympian.
but we do know one of the newest one in
there's
particular.
one of the newest one in particular. So, in case anyone in our listenership has not heard, Whiskey Worm has been hired by Hi-Rez. Congratulations. And we have a new Olympian in Leaf Warrior filling his spot, since Hi-Rez employees cannot be Olympians.
So yeah, Hi-Rez has hired another Olympian. So that's like 3 of them now. Congrats, guys.
Recruited,
congrats,
not necessarily hired. Can't work.
No, they hired. No, they hired him.
Hired an employee from the Olympians. There we go.
Yes,
that's it.
Yes, word that properly. Thank you, Doug.
There we go.
Thank you for clarifying. Thank you for clarifying for me. They've hired another Olympian to work for them, or another one from the Olympians to work for them. Congratulations, Whiskey Worm. He's going there to do some video editing. For those who don't know, he's done a lot of like edited videos revolving around like the different character models in the game. Was it Every God released in Smite in chronological order?
Oh, that was a neat one. Yeah.
Then I think he's the one who also did. Hold up. I want to say he's the one who did the Every God doing the Achilles stripper dance, but I could be wrong. I think I'm actually wrong on that one. Go check him out on YouTube. He's got a lot of cool shit. And Leaf Warrior from BMT, we've had him on here quite a few times. Leaf, good friend of mine. Congrats to him, bud. You definitely deserve it. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense to have him as an Olympian.
That's a fun group too.
I can straight up tell you that a lot of time I would just watch it be him turn around and send the shit to him. So now we'll cut out the middleman. Kind of makes sense.
Cut out the middleman of Pro Double G.
Honestly, well, and every Olympian since then. Let's just have the dude who constantly breaks the game. Just tell the game dev. It just makes sense.
Right. Hey, we're gonna get a video real quick, but you should probably fix this after we get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations, guys.
It's funny. The Olympians and Hi-Rez employees, whenever we have them on, I feel like they keep asking, like, "Oh, can we do a drunk lore? We got to come up with some new drunk lore plans," because that seems to be a popular hit within the crowd, because it's like not necessarily about the game, but it's like adjacent,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
there was what is it? Loki Dad wanted to come on, but he can only do it during a weekday, not the weekdays.
Yeah, we'd have to swing like a Friday night. It would be the
weekday, not weekends. Didn't want to do Friday, Saturday.
Right.
I know, but no one counts getting drunk on a Sunday night. Well, maybe he does. I don't. Anyway,
I don't.
He wants like a Monday, Tuesday
work.
type situation.
I got work on those
I'm like,
days.
Tuesday is like prime for me. I
can. Fro's like, hell yeah.
I don't work Wednesdays,
Right. Yeah. If we get a holiday on a Wednesday, I'm down. But
also, Depp and I and the rest of the hosts were talking. At this point with drunk lores, we covered a lot of the more popular
and broad, very like general mythology or lores too. So like we're gonna have to start deep diving on specifics.
Yeah, well, no, that's the thing, and I kind of would like to do that more, because there are a lot more crazy and interesting stories out there.
Oh, for sure.
Like the time a whole bunch of Norse people worship a horse cock until a priest came and fed it to a dog. And we can elaborate on that story at a
No, we
different
could not
time. All
elaborate on
hail the
that.
Volsey.
Ugh.
So there's a lot more crazy stories and mythology out there that we can kind of like narrow in on more than just like the okay, everyone knows the story of like Loki. Yes, everyone knows the story of Zeus. Fucking Eden Kronos' stone. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, covered a lot of those. We can kind of narrow in more.
Yeah. 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 So, yeah. I do believe that I do believe we have a new community corner for the listeners, Fro. We want to jump right into this.
Yes. So the community corner for this week or the coming weeks is going to be similar to the one that we had done for Assassins, where you build your own god. So you're going to build your own god.
Yep.
Based on a class, which this class we were going to do warriors. So what you need to do is you got to pick from all the warriors a passive to use as your god's passive. Then you go through and you pick a 1, right? So their first ability out of all the gods to use as your god's first ability. Then you go through and you pick out of all the gods their second ability or a second ability to use as your, not all the gods, all the warriors.
Warriors. We're looking at warriors this time around.
And do this for the whole rest of the kit and come up with the best warrior.
And now let me put in a little caveat. It doesn't have to be like the best 100% wins 100% of the time. It could be a fucking meme. You could have Mario Kart Double Dash out here looking at the zoomiest warrior, or somehow figure out as like the guy that doesn't really do a whole lot of damage but supports his team. Like, have some fun with it. Don't just go for like optimized 100% super overpowered boy. You know?
I would come in with the opposite, well, not the opposite approach, because I agree with that, but you should also do that if you want.
Yeah, have some fun with it.
If you are, because there's many ways to define the best, if you are going to make the best warrior, let us know in which regard. Warrior's a very broad class and can do a lot of things. Are you making the best diver, best peeler, which that might actually be a support times,
right?
Things like
you're trying to think of abilities.
Sorry, Xing Chen. No, yeah. If you look like Xing Chen, you know, usually he's not a warrior, but you know, usually played over in solo type thing, still pretty good peeler. Maybe a horse. There we go. Let us know in which regard. If you're looking for the warrior, like I said, that's best diver. Elaborate on that, etc. Or meme like Depp said. But parameters are must use abilities that are already in the game, and if it's a 1, it's got to stay a 1. If it's a 2, or if it's a second ability, it's got to be used as the second ability.
Yes. And no using former warriors.
Right. Don't make Ravana.
Yeah.
Can't really without his kit, but
or just gods that aren't warriors. Don't give me fucking Baron's kit. I swear to God. It happens one more time.
I might make an exception for Barons. No, I'm kidding.
right.
Dead memes are dead.
Dead memes are
and
dead.
I don't care if we're talking about a god of the dead. It can stay dead. Just, you know, anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be this week's community corner. Or this month's, this little bit. You know, that's the fucking community corner. How about that?
Yeah. This month's. I like it. Give some time. Work up something real good. Really look at all the abilities. And you know what? We did it last time. Even go into the auto chain and such. If you'd like a little bit of something extra.
Is Erlong's dog part of his passive? That's what I really want to know.
I mean, is
Because
it?
that might be my passive, and I might look to pick up an auto chain that's really fast. Like, Ravana's really fast. Whack, whack, swing, right? Because it doesn't do the, like, into, like, the
Let's
spin
see
shit.
here.
Because you get that dog nipping.
It looks like Erlong Shen's passive is actually called Howling Celestial Dog.
So the dog is his passive.
So the dog is his passive.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. All right. I got an idea. I'm going with it, Dep. Let's go.
All right. We're doing it.
No, I'm not doing it right now. Like,
Right. Well, no, not right now. Fro's doing it. We're going to be playing some cooldowns, and the community has their challenge. And
oh shit, and we have our thank yous.
we have our thank yous, Fro
Keep
Double
vamping.
G.
Keep vamping.
We have so many people to thank,
So many
from
of
our
them.
patrons to our thumbnails, from Sadons, and the artwork commissions from Raging Cajun.
That is, we do, and that is actually pretty much so. Sadons, thank you for our thumbnails. I actually asked him to join us today because it was just going to be us two, but I asked if he was going to be available, and he didn't respond until like 20 minutes after we were started. So it's like, unfortunate. Again,
We
it's
tried.
like the third time that's happened. Last minute guests, it's just be like.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, thank you to Raging Cajun for all the wonderful artwork he made for us. His commissions are open. The dude, the undercharges, so make sure to pay him more than he asked for. He's fucking mad lad. Like, honestly, his artwork's worth double what he charges. That's why he usually give him a pretty big tip. Fucking crazy, man. Tip your artist, people. That is a thing. I didn't really know this at first, but tipping your artist is a thing, and you should do it. Tattoo artists, paper artists, all artists, tip artists. Thank you to all of our wonderful patrons. Arios. Oh my fucking god. It's gonna be a rough list. This is gonna be a rough list today, Dep, dude. Yeah. I stumbled over the first one, and then the second one, then back over the first one onto the second one.
We're not even drinking today.
We're not even drinking. I'm just stupid. Thank you to Aereo Steel, Asbestos Dog, Weatherman Keith, Jade Flagon, Baseball Griff, Bombi, Danny Boy, Caveman Neo, Coffin Monkey, CDR, Gilly, Snorlax, Weatherman, Adios, Sir Ember, K Brojo, Famous Freak, Stoffmeister, Backlash, Sadons, Lantern, Warlord Yo, Bats Kid, Echo Dunk, Doc, Otter Joe, Riggs, Dracon, Glen Wiggle, Granite Boys, Camel Hoss, Void vs. Void, N Bright, Scion Gemini, Batman, Sandman, Aqua. God damn it. Aquasoft, Kilowatt Man, I'm a Hater, Mr. Man, 77, Colorado, and the Big Red.
Thank you all. And I think I heard a new name in there too. So
what, CDR Litz and Mr. Man?
CDR Litz I remember reading off last week. I feel like Mr. Man's new.
I'm just gonna go with CDR because saying CDR Litz, the TZ in the middle of a lists. Yeah,
Litz. CDR Litz. But yeah, new names. Thank you guys. Thanks for stopping by and supporting the podcast.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it. Just to clarify, because we usually do like to clarify what we do spend the money on most of the time. I'm not sure if we ever announced it, but Riggs got the new microphone and interface. And he has
the cam.
Did we send him the cam? Right? Did we send him the cam?
I thought we did.
Yeah,
because his last one was yellow. His last one was yellow.
Okay. Did send him the camera then. If not, that will be what we're sending him.
Yep.
We're looking at a couple of big ticket items next. Nev. We're going to start with Nev because Nev and Dep have the oldest microphones out of all of us, so makes right there's first. Looking at a pretty, like I said, big ticket mic for her. So that'll be really nice. Hopefully her audio will improve even more. Not that it's necessarily bad right now, but improvement's improvement. which also translate to an improved stream quality for her as well too. So again, not that it's
Improvement
bad.
is improvement. I like that.
Right, yeah. Well, I'm not saying like our mics aren't bad right now. Like we have good mics,
But
but we'll
yeah,
want
I know what
better.
you're saying.
I mean,
Absolutely.
improvement, right? And again, like starting with the oldest, so we're looking to get Nev a new mic, and a yearly subscription for
SoundCloud.
my Discord Nitro is coming up. Nope, that's the SoundCloud one's in the summer.
Well, no, I'm just saying SoundCloud. We have to host on SoundCloud,
and and we host on that.
That's what we spend some on. So
my Discord Nitro is coming up, which we buy my yearly Discord Nitro with that as well, so we can boost the Bot G Discord. So basically, get in stream and audio qualities and things like that. So that'll be coming up along with the D&D Beyond and Roll20, which we also cover. Because again, if anyone is into D&D at all, I play and run games all the time. I'm always looking to play and run more games. Depp plays. He doesn't really game, but Depp plays. You want to hit him up. Nev plays, but I think she just kind of sticks with her own social group. But who knows?
Well, she's got her stream that she's managing. So,
well, no, I think she when I say her social group, like her IRL.
Oh, her like real life friends, yeah.
Yeah, her like I think that's IRL who she plays her D&D with. So
yeah.
But again, so that got those that'll be coming up, and you guys like D&D or anything like that, or interested in trying, hit me up specifically, or potentially Depp. And then what was after that? So those are the next like guaranteed things that we'll be buying or spending money after that. Thank you for helping us to be able to do all that.
Yeah, I think
Got this bitch.
I think that sums it up, and we're out of here.
Bye.
See you all next week.
Well, yeah, I just disconnected on Depp right there. It's real awkward, isn't it, YouTube? Goodbye.